So we already talked about messages that are sent between client and server. We have close message, client list message, position rotation message, and of course the client data. At first, let's look at the client data class. The client data class only contains two information that are necessary for us. It's a client position and a client's rotation. So the custom constructor that we use just updates the position and the rotation that are given as arguments, and the rest of the class is only getter and setter methods, so there's nothing magic about it. It's only a class to store position and rotation of one specific client. The client list message contains a hash map, and in this hash map there is the list of all clients, the client ID and the client data, and this hash map contains all information of all clients. So when we create a client list message, we have to provide a client list containing all these information, and these are just stored in this client list message object. Of course, we need a get method in order to read the stored data here, the stored hash map. The close message just saves and stores the ID of a client. So if we create a close message, we have to provide an ID, and this ID is just an int, and it's the ID of a client that is disconnected from the server. So with this method we just get access to this ID, and the position rotation message just contains a vector 3f and quaternion. It's the position of a client and the rotation of a client, and the client uses this position rotation message in order to only send its own position and rotation to the server. So this is not a client list with all clients, but only a message that contains the data of one single client that sends this message to the server. Of course, with the get and setter methods, we can access the data that is stored here, the vector 3f, and here the quaternion. When this object of this position rotation message is instantiated, we just have to provide these two information. So when a client creates such a message, he just provides his position and rotation when constructing this specific message.